Becoming an Air Force helicopter pilot is no ordinary feat. It demands the highest levels of professionalism, discipline, and dedication. Since 1993, the 23rd has been the crucible for turning airmen into combat-ready aviators for the world's greatest Air Force. The journey begins with the academic phase. For 4 weeks, student pilots and special missions aviators immerse themselves in the intricacies of rotary wing systems and aerodynamic principles. This foundational knowledge is then expanded upon in the mighty Huey, a warbird that has served as the premier training aircraft for 3 decades. Undergraduate helicopter training is where grit is tested. Students push their limits flying low-level, mastering formation flights, and navigating the dark with night vision goggles. It's a proving ground for the skills that will define their success in the challenging world of Air Force helicopter operations. At the 23rd, we understand the essence of teamwork. Every graduate learns a critical skill, the ability to work seamlessly in a crewed aircraft. Each crew member serves in their own vital role, working together towards the success of the mission. It's not just about flying, it's about collaborating to achieve the extraordinary. Upon earning their wings, graduates become pilots and special missions aviators in a diverse fleet of remarkable aircraft. They embark on missions across the globe, serving in roles critical to the Air Force's success. The UH-1N Huey ensures the secure and dependable transport of our essential nuclear assets. Additionally, it serves as the preferred aircraft for VIP airlift, guaranteeing top-tier transportation for high-profile visitors. The HH-60W Jolly Green Giant II is a cutting-edge rescue helicopter that ensures the Air Force's unwavering commitment to recovering and evacuating personnel in the most challenging scenarios, embodying excellence in combat readiness and mission success. The CV-22 Osprey is a special operations tiltrotor aircraft. Transitioning between helicopter and airplane modes, the Osprey excels in infiltration and exfiltration missions in highly contested areas. The 23rd's mission wouldn't be possible without the unwavering support of our service members, civilians, and contractors. Their dedication and professionalism are the bedrock of the Air Force's Vertical Lift Center of Excellence. Vertical Lift, a community that goes where others won't.
Chaplain John Fletcher will now deliver the invocation.
As we gather here this afternoon to celebrate this remarkable achievement of these outstanding individuals, let us take a moment to reflect and pray. We stand on the precipice of a new chapter where dedication, perseverance, and courage have brought us together. We invoke a spirit of gratitude for the mentors who have guided these pilots, for the families who have supported them, and for the bonds forged in the skies. May we honor the sacrifices made by those who serve, and may the lessons learned here propel our graduates into their future endeavors. May the winds of fortune be ever at their backs, the skies be clear, and their flights be safe. And may the blessing of Almighty God be with each and every one of you, now and forever. Amen.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the commander of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Coughlin.
Good afternoon. A warm welcome to our families, friends, mission partners, and distinguished guests of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron. First, I would like to begin by thanking the Army Aviation Museum for hosting our ceremony, as well as the Garrison and Army Aviation Center of Excellence for their daily support and partnership. We couldn't do our mission without them. In addition, I send a special welcome to Lieutenant General Michael Lutton and his spouse, Mrs. Brenda Lutton, for making time to visit us here at the 23rd, traveling all the way from Louisiana is how you're supposed to say it, I believe. One of the biggest advocates I have ever seen outside of the vertical lift community, and truly thankful for that. I would also like to recognize and thank key members of the 23rd team for the efforts in getting the class across the goal line today. The 23rd Operations Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Cindy Tope, the 23rd Senior Enlisted Leader, Master Sergeant Eric McElroy, representing our Amentum team, Mr. Kyle Taylor, along with the Amentum instructors of Class 2502. He is also representing the Order of Dedalliance. A special thanks to our M1 maintenance team for all that you do to get our students safely off the ground and back again. Also, special thanks to Chaplain Fletcher for the invocation, 2502's Flight Commander, Captain Casey Henderson, Tech Sergeant Gregorsiewicz, the MTL team, the 23rd Front Office and Registrar teams, and the merry band of lieutenants who made all of the details of this graduation ceremony happen today. The mission of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron is to train undergraduate aircrew members in foundational vertical lift operations. We are here today to celebrate another mission accomplishment as these 7 officers successfully completed the rigors of undergraduate helicopter training. These officers benefited from the leadership and professionalism of the squadron's contractor, civilian, and military personnel. The 23rd is full of true professionals providing world-class service. At this time, I'd like to ask all 23 FTS cadre and mission partners to stand so we can recognize you for all the hard work that you've done for us. And as is tradition, we have half of our force out flying right now, training students also to continue tonight. Thank you to all the 23rd personnel and teammates for your dedication to this mission and getting these young aviators to the stage today. Finally, to the friends and families of our graduates, this is not the first and certainly not the last significant event and accomplishment they will have as they progress in their Air Force careers. It is the strong foundation and years of your guidance and care that got them here today. Thank you for everything you have done and will do to ensure that they continue to excel in our Air Force. The graduation speaker today is Lieutenant General Michael Lutton, Deputy Commander, Air Force Global Strike Command, and Deputy Commander, Air Force's Strategic Air, United States Strategic Command, Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana. That's a mouthful. There's a lot of things wrapped up in that title, sir. Air Force Global Strike Command provides strategic deterrence, global strike capability, and combat support to United States Strategic Command and Geographic Combatant Commands. The command is comprised of more than 33,700 professionals operating at 2 numbered air forces with 11 active duty Air National Guard and Air Force Reserve wings, and the Joint Global Strike Operations Center. Weapon systems assigned to Air Force Global Strike Command include all Air Force intercontinental ballistic missiles and bomber aircraft, the mighty UH-1 helicopters you saw on screen today with the inbound MH-139 helicopters, unbiased opinion, the best things that they have, and the E-4B National Airborne Operations Aircraft, Center aircraft, and the Air Force NC-3 weapons system. It's a lot of stuff wrapped into this one command that General Lutton has a significant influence on. Lieutenant General Lutton graduated from Kent State University, Ohio in 1989 and earned his commission through ROTC as a distinguished graduate in 1990. He is a career space and missile officer and is a graduate of the United States Air Force Weapons School. He has commanded at multiple levels, received multiple distinguished graduate awards throughout his career, and served in Operation Allied Force. He has been assigned as a weapons officer instructor, a weapons squadron operations officer, and a weapons squadron commander. Lieutenant General Lutton has served a decorated career across the globe, both as space and missile officer and as a leader. Lieutenant General Lutton, thank you for being here today to share your wisdom and experience with us and our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Michael Lutton.
Thank you, Coach, and thanks for having us down here. It's an absolute treat for Brendan and I to be here, and we wouldn't have missed it. I know it was a highlight almost 2 years to the day that I was down here for my first graduation, and so just excited to be back. And I know not nearly as excited as the families and the graduates, so this is not going to be a lot of words, so please bear with me. First, I want to say thanks, importantly, to the cadre for getting the class to where they're at, both officer and enlisted. Officer and enlisted cadre are critical in developing our airmen, in particular our officers. One of the officers I mentor, I mentioned it to her the other day, the Air Force will give you the title of commander, your airmen will give you the title of a leader, right? And so with that, the development of you as a leader starts with those instructors that are around you today and with those non-commissioned officers and those senior non-commissioned officers. So I'm thankful for the cadre in your investment in these students and the development of their capability. We're particularly thankful for the families that are in the audience and friends that are in the audience. Dreams don't become reality with a lot of people helping you get there. So today, when you're reflecting back on maybe when you were younger, 10, 11, or 12 years old, and you thought you wanted to be a pilot, and some days on your journey here, you never thought you were going to be there. It was your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your best friend, somebody that pushed you to that point, that kept getting you to go, yeah, you can achieve that goal. You've thanked them, but thank them again. Because I know when I look back on my parents, I can't thank them enough for what they invested in me. My father was 8 when the Depression started, and he was unbelievably influential in my life, and my parents mortgaged their home to send me to university. And that definitive investment in me as a person changed the future flight plan of my life, without a doubt. So I'm eternally thankful to both my mom and dad, and please make sure you thank the people that are special to you today. And then thanks for sticking with the Air Force. And thanks for selecting the Air Force. This is the most lethal combat force this planet has known. The capability, the gear that Coach rattled off is nothing without world-class airmen, both officers and enlisted, that operate it. I'm proud to be a part of the team that General Bussier leads. I'm proud to be a part of the team that flew from Dyess Air Force Base all the way to Syria and back to deliver justice. I'm proud to be a part of the team that flew from Whiteman Air Force Base all the way to Yemen to deliver justice and back. That is an unbelievable team that conducts global strike anywhere, anytime on this planet on behalf of the nation. I'm unbelievably honored to be a part of the team that also maintains the only constant alert force this nation has, which is our Intercontinental Ballistic Missile Force. We cannot do that mission without our helo pilots and our helo crews that provide nuclear security operations for nuclear weapons movements in this country. That's a fact. We cannot do it without you. So on behalf of the entire Air Force Global Strike Command team, Thank you for what you do, and welcome to the team.
At this time, Class 2502 will receive their wings and certificates. Captain Hunter Strauss was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. He graduated from Georgia Institute of Technology with a bachelor's in biomedical engineering and a master's in aerospace engineering. Prior to HTN, Captain Strauss was an infantry officer in the United States Army and a graduate researcher at Georgia Tech. Captain Strauss will be flying the HH-60 Whiskey with the 129th Rescue Squadron, Moffett Federal Airfield, California Air National Guard. He will receive his wings from his wife, Audra, and will be joined on stage by his parents, Rick and Ellen. First Lieutenant Robert Devlin is from San Antonio, Texas. He graduated from the United States Air Force Academy with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Prior to HTN, Lieutenant Devlin was the Operations Manager for Cadet Group 4, United States Air Force Academy, Colorado. Lieutenant Devlin will be flying the UH-1 November at Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. He'll be receiving his wings from his parents, Rob and Lynn, and will be joined on stage by his sister, Taylor. First Lieutenant Brooks McCarville was born and raised in Richland Center, Wisconsin. He graduated from the United States Air Force Academy with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Prior to HTN, Lieutenant McCarville was an executive officer at the 305th Operational Support Squadron at McGuire Air Force Base, New Jersey. Lieutenant McCarville will be flying the UH-1 November with the 37th Helicopter Squadron, F.E. Warren Air Force Base, Wyoming. He will be receiving his wings from his parents, Tony and Brian. First Lieutenant Ayaz Mustafa was born and raised in Duluth, Georgia. He graduated from the United States Air Force Academy with a Bachelor of Science in Systems Engineering. Prior to HTN, Lieutenant Mustafa was at Robins Air Force Base, Georgia, serving as the Action Officer for the 462nd Operations Group. Lieutenant Mustafa will be flying the HH-60 Whiskey with the 55th Rescue Squadron at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, Arizona. He'll be receiving his wings from his wife, Carly, and joined on stage by his parents, Yuko and James, and his in-laws, Carrie and Nick. First Lieutenant Gavin Ross is from Beaumont, Texas. He graduated from the United States Air Force Academy with a Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Engineering with a minor in French. Prior to HTN, Lieutenant Ross was casual at Edwards Air Force Base, working as an operations engineer with the 419th Flight Test Squadron, and at Hurlburt Field, working as a prototype engineer for the 24th Special Operations Wing. Lieutenant Ross will be flying the CV-22 at the 58th Training Squadron, Kirtland Air Force Base, New Mexico. He'll be receiving his wings from his parents, Jeffrey and Christina, and will be joined by his sister, Erin, as well as his girlfriend, Adriana, and his best friends, George and Nick. First Lieutenant Ezekiel Soto was born in Baguio, Philippines, and was raised in Los Angeles, California. He graduated from the United States Air Force Academy with a bachelor's in military strategic studies. Prior to HTN, Lieutenant Soto was a United States Air Force Academy advisor in Los Angeles. Lieutenant Soto will be flying the UH-1 November with the 54th Helicopter Squadron, Minot Air Force Base, North Dakota. He'll receive his wings from his mother, Sophia, and will be joined on stage by his friends and family. Second Lieutenant Jacob Skrupinski was born and raised in West Dundee, Illinois. He graduated from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Daytona Beach, with a bachelor's in aeronautics. Lieutenant Skrupinski will be flying the H-860 Whiskey with the 41st Rescue Squadron, Moody Air Force Base, Georgia. He'll receive his wings from his parents, Jerry and Denise, and will be joined on stage by his flight instructor, Christian Frobenius, and his girlfriend, Lexi. At this time, Lieutenant Colonel Coughlin will present the awards for Class 2502. The Military Leadership Award is an award based on military bearing, integrity, leadership, professionalism, and dedication. Each student in the graduating class, along with the staff of the 23rd Flying Training Squadron, provides their input to the commander. The commander then selects the most deserving student for this award. The recipient of the Military Leadership Award is Captain Hunter Strauss. The Academic Award is presented to the individual who best exemplifies the highest standards of excellence through self-study, testing, and academic evaluation. The students are tested in 6 demanding subject areas. The recipient of the Academic Award is First Lieutenant Robert Devlin. The Flying Training Award is presented to the graduating student with the highest flying grade point average throughout helicopter flight training. The recipient of the Flying Training Award is Captain Hunter Strauss. The Distinguished Graduate Award is presented to the graduating student with the highest overall percentage grade compiled from their academic scores, their flying scores, and their flight commander's rankings. The recipient of this Distinguished Graduate Award is Captain Hunter Strauss. At this time, Dedalian Silver Wings Flight Representative Colonel Retired Kyle Taylor will come forward to present the Order of Dedalian's AETC Commander's Trophy. This award is given to a graduating student who clearly demonstrated superior airmanship and those several qualities unique to Dedalians. The recipient of the Order of Dedalian's AETC Commander's Trophy is Captain Hunter Strauss. At this time, Class 2502 will now come forward to present a few gifts.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our class would like to offer our sincerest thanks to all of our friends, family, staff, and leadership of the 23rd FTS that have joined us here today to make this day so special. We'd like to extend a special thank you to Lieutenant General Lutton for taking the time to be with us today and to offer us those special words of wisdom. Sir, you have more experience in the Air Force than the 7 of us combined and then some. You're responsible for over 30,000 people and some of our most significant national interests. It's not lost on us how busy your schedule must be, which makes it all the more special for you to join us today. We have here a small gift to show our appreciation and to give you a little something to remember HTN Class 2502 by. And finally, we'd like to thank our flight commander, Captain Casey Henderson. Captain Henderson has guided us through this course for the better part of a year, taking us from brand new students to the winged pilots you see before you. Few people know better than Captain Henderson just how heavy the burden of leadership can be. And us helicopter pilots aren't known for having the healthiest backs. That is why, as a parting gift, Class 2502 would like to hereby present you with a fully custom weightlifting belt with each of our faces printed on its surface. May it serve you well. May it serve you well in all of your future leadership and lifting efforts. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Now,
ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the United States Air Force's newest helicopter pilots, Helicopter Training Next Class 2502. Please stand and remain standing for the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. This concludes the graduation ceremony. We invite you to join Lieutenant Colonel Coughlin and Lieutenant General Lutton in congratulating Class 2502. Thank you for joining us today.